Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open, so you already know we are buying stocks and we are adding assets to the portfolio. This week, pretty average week. We are down 219 for the week, or 1.26%. We were up. We had some meeting minutes come out today, and you can see that Tesla went down, or TSL, and a couple other stocks. So we had a pullback from where we were up, now down just above $17,000. So that's where we're at. Buying power is at 1131. We have some call options that should expire worth us on Friday, and then we have some other put options on CLSK that we are going to be managing towards the end of the week. So that's where we're at with that, and we have to jump into the dividends. We broke 300 this week for dividends in the month of April, and it's pretty freaking awesome. So let's go over it. We got a bunch of dividends that came in, and of course we started this month with Glad at the 451. We already went over a couple of these. IWMY continuing to bring in some big money. We got paid on our Yield Max funds. This one's absolutely crazy. This is NVDY, paid out $261 per share, and we reinvested that and bought ourselves on drip $3.33, which is 3.33 shares at $25.31. So pretty sweet to see there. $84 worth of dividends on that. OARK 18.27, TSLY 22.71. Not fantastic, but at the end of the day, it's still dividends coming in. We're down on the position overall. Tesla's down big time over the last year, so I'm not surprised there. But yeah, we bought ourselves some more shares. We lowered our average cost. We bought 1.46 more shares off of our drip. We didn't do any work for it. And the dividend just keeps getting bigger. So $22.71 there. SQY $8.36. BITO, we went over that last week at the $22. AMZY came in at $11.87. CONY absolutely crushing it, $69.62. We love to see that. We bought ourselves on drip 2.72 shares at roughly $25 a share. So that's cool to see. Almost 3 shares bought on drip. All by itself, just the shares buying them. And then a couple other ones that came in. We have Maine, O, Stag, and PSEC. And we'll jump into the spreadsheet in a little bit, but pretty cool to see over $300 this month in stock dividends. So that's pretty sweet. Stock and ETF dividends. So pretty sweet to see. Let's go back here and see what today's return is. Yeah, you can just see across the board. SCHD $72 down today. VTI's down. JEPI's down. JEPQ's down. VYN, Devo. A bunch of stocks are down today. MVDY is up, so that's good. But you can see a bunch of stocks are just getting crushed today. So that's why we see a pullback in the portfolio. A bunch of our big ETFs and a bunch of our big positions have been pulled back. So no worries there. The good thing about that is we're buying stocks like we do each and every single week. And when we're buying stocks, we get to buy them at a lower price if the stock is down. So we're going to jump into it. And I'm doing this based off of some of the ex-dividend dates coming up. Also some ones that I wanted to give a little bit more love to and buy some more shares of. So we're coming down here to QQQY. I want to buy some more of this. We are currently down 9% on the position. We have 20 shares. The average cost is $17.37. And we're only 1.48% of the portfolio. So we want to buy some more here. As always, I'm going to buy $25 worth of this. 1.58 shares, increase our position a little bit, increase our dividends a little bit. The ex-dividend's not until, I believe, May 1st, so we have plenty of time on that one. But I wanted to get a little bit of QQQY in there. I also have another one that I want to buy with an ex-dividend date coming up, and that is SPHD. This one has been holding the ground. So the last month, it's basically flat. 3 months flat, up the year to date, 2.53%. We are up 5.81% on this position. We have a pretty good chunk of cash in here, almost $900. We're going to push it over $900 today. We're going to be buying $25 worth of this. Just over half a share. And this is the ex-dividend days coming up on the 17th of this month. So we still have some time to get that in. If you do own SPHD, for me, I want to increase my dividend income for this month. And so that's why I'm adding to SPHD now. On the same note, another one I want to add to, let's see if it's at the top or the bottom, is going to be Glad. We have an ex-dividend date coming up on that one as well. It looks like it is up for the day, but this is on the 19th, I believe. We have 27 shares here, 2.63% of the portfolio. We are up 3.69%, so we will be averaging up today, but not to worry. 1.2 shares added to the portfolio today. So there's QQQY, SPHD, and GLAD. The last one I want to add to today, it's one I tweeted about earlier on my Dark Miner Twitter account or X account, and that is SPYI. This is one of the ones we've been adding recently. It's paid a pretty good dividend. We have 10 shares right now, $497. When we cut some of those Yield Max funds, which you did not see in our payouts on the Yield Max because they're gone, we moved some of the money into here. So we're down 1% on this portfolio, on this position. We're going to be buying a half a share today, and I want to get this in before the 19th, which is the ex-dividend date, and then we will have some money coming in from this one as well. So that's SPYI. We've went over that in a couple of videos, but those are the purchases we wanted to make today. And without further ado, let's jump into the spreadsheet. Let's look at the numbers and let's calculate what we got going on. So for the month of March, the month of March, we had $357.39. The month of April, we already have $316.09 in declared dividends. We just went over them. We just showcased it, and we showed the proof. And we have a couple more that are coming in. So we know that ZOM, XOM, and VMY are not going to be coming in. So we know these ones are going to be zero. And so we don't need to be worrying about those. We'll get that in there real quick. And then YMAX should be coming towards the end of the month. EMB is a quarterly one as well, so we know this one's going to be zero. And then we have TSLL, that's a quarterly one as well, so we know that's not coming in. So we have just a couple of stocks left, right? We have SPYI. We should be getting the first dividend on that one. We have Devo coming in at the end of the month. We can expect, $3.40 roughly around there. SPHD, same kind of thing, probably between $2.75 and $3. And then as you can see, APLY, GOOY, and FBY, we have now cut out of the equation. So I just put those at the bottom here, and I put zero for the rest of the year. And those ones are now gone. So we still have a couple of bucks we could make here, and we could boost the total a little bit. I know we're not going to beat the 357 because we don't have any of the quarterly dividend payers, and we don't have our big SCHD coming in or VTI. So that we lose out about 35 bucks there. But we're going to be looking good. It's crazy to see this at over 300 from 200 to let's look at the average here real quick. So our average is 267 a month for 2024. We have surpassed 2023's dividends at $1,071 of dividends so far. And if we continue on this trajectory, we'll have $4,284 at the end of the year. One thing I did want to talk about. So we bought SPYI today. I did a little thing obviously on Twitter today with 5,000 share count. I just wanted to showcase the power of drip, the power of reinvesting your dividends, and how much 5,000 shares would buy you in a year, right? So if you were to buy, and I took this screenshot before the video, so if you were to buy 5,000 shares of SPYI at $49.63, it cost you roughly $250,000. Last month it paid out 50 cents, or a little bit over 50 cents, and if you take that times obviously the 5,000 share count, it's going to pay you roughly $2,500 in dividends. And then if you take that dividends and you repurchase shares, you can almost buy 100 shares. And then the cool part is watching the drip, right? So that you're rolling lot over here on the right. You can see you have 5,096. And then the next month, you get a little bit more when it comes to dividends, right? So you have $2,500. And this obviously is all compounding on the dividend staying at the 51.4. It could go up, it could go down, but this is just based off of the dividend from last month. But you can see just slowly the drip goes from 96 shares to 97 shares, 99 shares, 101 shares, and the snowball gets bigger and bigger all the way until we get down to December. If all things stayed equal starting in January, or whatever 12 months out is from now. So 118 shares towards the end. If you had 5,000 shares and you just fully let it drip, fully let it chill, and the price stayed the same, obviously, and the dividend stayed the same, you'd buy yourself 1,200 shares, just almost 1,300 shares at the end of the year, and it'd pay out roughly $33,000 in dividends. So pretty cool to see. I just wanted to showcase that because we just bought half share there of SPYI. We have 10.5 shares, so we're nowhere close to 5,000. But drip does the same thing, right? And we see that in a bunch of our stocks. We see the dividends continue to increase over time. I mean, just take JEPI, for example, or PSEC, 250, 252, 280, 284, right? So you invest in these good companies and you see it go up, $1.18, $1.20, $1.28, $1.28. 305, 318, 320, 334. So obviously we buy more shares, but also our drip buys us more shares, and you can just see the dividends increase. I mean, it's the same story on a bunch of these, right? AGNC 710, 750, 759, 769. So pretty cool to see. It's cool to see the drip in action. Obviously, this is on a very, very small scale, but it's cool to see. It's cool to run some numbers and see the possibility of where we can be at in this account in 10 years, right? So we're at 316 now. It'd be cool if we're making $3,000 in 10 years. And I think it's possible. So I'm just going to keep adding to it. I'm going to keep plugging away. I'm going to keep buying assets each and every single week. As you know, I buy $5 worth of VTI and $5 worth of SCHD on auto purchase every single day. So no matter what, I'm putting $50 a week into my forever holds. And that helps with the market return. That helps with bringing up my dividends. That helps with balancing out my account and reducing some of the risk exposure. So that's part of the strategy. And the other strategy is we just build this thing until it's an unstoppable dividend snowball. So that's the update for this week. Wanted to get into the nitty gritty a little bit in the spreadsheet, showcase some stuff. And the dividend count's looking good. You can see this year we are crushing last year, and hopefully we can just continue to do this each and every single year. So thank you, everybody, as always, for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like. I appreciate you following and supporting the content, and we'll catch you next week. Happy investing.